What is the defilement of women? Well, it's talked about in the Bible, specifically, well, I'm a Jew, so I'm talking about the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, it's covered quite a few times, talks about women trying to put themselves above men and lead men. That's part of the defilement of women. When you have women who think they're every bit as good as a man and try to put themselves in leadership above men and beat them down, well, that's the defilement of women. And this all stems from the original lie, which is hooked with original sin. So we have to go back to Genesis to figure this part out. It's real easy, and because of Christians and their lies, I find myself as a Nazarite in the unique position of having to defend Satan. Because in the Garden of Eden, Adam's over doing his thing, Eve's over here working in her portion of the garden, and that sly serpent, Satan, comes in and starts talking to Eve. He says, did God really say you cannot eat from any of these trees in the garden? A simple question, no lie. Eve says, no, we can eat from any tree in the garden except for those two, the ones in the center. Of course, Satan's like, oh, those two? The one who pointed them out was Eve. Why can't you eat off of these trees? Well, God said if we eat from those, we'll die. Satan doesn't lie. He says, oh, you're not going to die. You'll just become like God and know good from evil. We know Eve didn't die because she judged for herself. She looked at the fruit, got to thinking for herself, and saw, oh, this is good to eat and good for knowledge, and she did so. Then, without telling her husband, instead listening to the advice of another man, which is a common problem in today's society, is it not? She takes the fruit to her husband and doesn't tell him what it is. If she had, he probably wouldn't have eaten it. Takes the fruit, eats it because his wife brought it to him, and, well, we know what happened then. God shows up and says, Adam, did you eat from the tree? How'd you know you were naked? You must have ate from the tree I told you not to. God himself verifies that Satan didn't lie when he says that man has become like us and knows good from evil. When Adam is asked, he flat out says, well, the woman you gave me, she brought me this fruit and I ate of it. No lie there. Then he asks Eve, did you do this? Eve says, well, it's not my fault, like a modern woman today. The serpent duped me. She blames Satan, who did nothing but tell her the truth. The one who duped her was Eve herself, when she started thinking for herself instead of going and checking with her man and listen to another man. I'm Fox Wild. Support me at paypal.me/foxwild42 and check out my novels, which are written from a street level. They're not cute and pretty. Those are at wattpad.com/foxwild42. Later.